Warm Pacific greetings, community. Thank you for tuning in today. A reminder that all of New Zealand, including Auckland, is now at Alert Level 2. A big thank you to our Pacific community for doing their part to stop the spread of COVID-19. Our collective effort has helped to manage community transmissions, and our Auckland families are now returning back to work and school. Please listen carefully as I explain the differences in the gathering restrictions for Auckland and the rest of the country. For Auckland, gatherings will be restricted and continue to be limited to 10 people. This applies to social and religious gatherings such as church services. For all regions outside of Auckland, there is more flexibility and gatherings are allowed up to 100 people. For funerals, there is one restriction for all of New Zealand. Funerals will be limited to 50 people and must be authorised by the Ministry of Health. Finally, regional travel is now open for personal and work reasons. When travelling for permitted reasons, you must bring supporting documents and a photo ID. Wearing face coverings or a mask helps to stop the spread of COVID-19 and keep you and others safe. Under Alert Level 2, you will be legally required to wear a face covering or mask on public transport. This includes planes, trains, buses and ferries. It's important for our Pacific community to understand that if you refuse to wear a mask on public transport, you could be fined between $300 to $1,000. However, children under 12 years of age and those who have trouble breathing are exempt and not required to wear a mask. If you do not have a face covering, you don't need to rush out and buy one. You can make one, or you can use a bandana, a scarf, or a t-shirt. At work, your employer will advise what kind of face covering or mask is required. It may take some time to get used to wearing a mask. We ask for your patience and cooperation as we take this extra protective step. For advice on how to wear a face covering safely, see the COVID-19 website.
Pacific greetings. My name's Abel Smith, and I work as a registered nurse at Auckland District Health Board and Waitemata District Health Board. Firstly, I want to acknowledge that this moment isn't easy for any of us. Most, if not all of you, would be quite over it by now. Over COVID-19, over lockdown, over work and school stopping and starting. Just over it. Don't feel guilty about feeling that way, and take some time out and find ways to blow off steam when you need it. We're all figuring out how to get through this moment together. And whatever's ahead, that's how we'll overcome it, together. The main thing I want to talk with you about today is testing. If you have symptoms or have been in contact with someone who has the virus, then you should get tested. There is no shame in getting tested or even getting a positive result. Those who get tested are the heroes that are helping us track and contain the virus. If you get tested and the result comes back negative, confirming you don't have the virus, it isn't a free pass. You still need to be vigilant, as you could still get it in the future. Finally, testing is free. There's no charge for a coronavirus test, no matter where you get it. That is all for now. Thanks to you all for listening. It isn't easy, and if you feel over it, you're not alone. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, stay strong, stay safe and well. Thank you.
This is a special announcement. Testing and care for COVID-19 is free and available to everyone in New Zealand, including people here without a valid visa. Your information will not be shared with Immigration New Zealand, even if you test positive.
The COVID-19 pandemic has meant changing the way we work at Oranga Tamariki. We're checking in with caregivers, young people and children through video and phone calls, so we can provide support where it's needed. And where person-to-person contact is essential, we've got measures in place to keep everyone safe. During Level 2, our social workers will be wearing masks if they're working closely with people, and we encourage you and your family to do the same, especially when travelling on public transport. If you or your family are needing support to keep children or young people safe, please get in touch on 0508 326 459. Let's do our part, wear a mask and reach out for help. The Ministry of Social Development has a number of initiatives to support Pacific families who are struggling with essential costs, particularly during difficult COVID-19 time. This includes low-income working families and those who have lost jobs or working reduced hours due to COVID-19. Let's go over the options. Losing your job or having your hours cut is stressful, and particularly so during COVID-19. If you are in this situation, Work and Income can help. You might qualify for the COVID-19 Income Relief Payment, 12 weeks of payments after a COVID-19 related job loss. We can also help you look for work, training, and help with the costs of getting started in a new job. If you are sick, you might have a health condition that means you can't go to work, and you may not be able to work from home during COVID-19 because of the type of work you do. There is a government payment for employers for this, so you keep getting paid, and it's called the Leave Support Scheme. You must meet certain conditions for your employer to get this payment. Check it out on the Work and Income website. To find out what you're eligible for, check Work and Income's online guide. Check what you might get at check.msd.govt.nz. Pasifika Futures are working hard to help our Pacific families in Auckland. They're currently providing food parcels, face masks and basic medical supplies. If you live in Auckland and need a Whanau Hauora family support package, please contact one of the Pasifika Future partners below. The Whanau, 0800 366 648 and ask for Anna Aitchinson. The Village Community Services Trust, 826-5427 or 021-845-535 and ask for Lady Maliana Jones. Mount Wellington Integrated Health Centre, ask for John Kiria, 021-023-77746. Langimali or Tongan Health Society, ask for Kasalanaita Puniani and Melevaka on 0800 030 902 or ring 021 0870 3934.
Talofa lava. The New Zealand Police thank the Pacific communities for playing their part in helping stop the spread of COVID-19. They have been so impressed by how you've kept your families, friends, and other New Zealanders safe. During this time, police will continue to encourage everyone to follow the COVID-19 rules. Your local officers will be out and about at shopping centres and testing stations and helping people in need. If you do need help, please reach out. The New Zealand Police are here for everyone at any time. Malo lava and thank you.
And now for an update from the Ministry of Education. Under Alert Level 2, all schools have now reopened. While face coverings are encouraged, children, young people and teachers are not required to wear one at school. Getting back to school will provide your child with important emotional support where they can reconnect with their friends and classmates. The school environment will continue to focus on their safety, well-being and, more importantly, their learning. In the event that your young person is unable to sit their NCEA exams because of COVID-19, there are a number of well-established ways their learnings throughout the year can be recognised. For example, derived grades from other previous learning, or recognition of other types of learning, for example, volunteer work. In addition, the timing for exams and portfolio submissions has been moved to recognise the impacts from COVID-19. Talk to your school if you have any questions. And finally, don't forget to tune into our Pacific Parent Education Program recordings on Radio 531 PI, available in 7 Pacific languages. You can also visit our website to watch each episode. Thank you for tuning in, be safe, and we'll see you next time.